Hey there YouTube, it's Zweihorne, and this is my World of Warcraft mouse, the Steel Series WoW mouse, the original one that came out quite a bit ago. I've had it now for over a year and a half, and I wanted to do kind of an update video to show you the effects of aging. So, one of the big things for me anyway was this. Trying to zoom in for you. The very edge of this cable kind of got torn, and it's sort of unraveling because the thread or the cord is more of a thread rather than what a normal cord on a mouse would be. So it's sort of starting to fray and tear. It's not a big issue. Mostly that's because I've been wrapping it. I wrap the cord around the mouse itself to transport it, and I think that's the main reason for that. The rest of the cord is in perfect condition. It's like new. There's a couple creases and stuff in it, but again, that's because I wrap the cord around the mouse to transport it. The USB connector is in perfect condition. It has slight color variations, but that's again just use, plugging it in and out of the computer. Not a big deal. That's just cosmetic. Now onto the mouse itself. The painted steel, you can see pretty well. Looks pretty good. There's a little imperfection here on the right button, and as you go down the mouse it gets progressively worse. It's a little hard to see, well, some of the imperfections, the variations of how much of the brushed steel has come off are a little hard to pick up on this, but like this part is where my hand rubs against the mouse the most, and you can see there it's completely gone. And if you get down in these cracks, you can see that green discoloration. That green discoloration doesn't just end up on your mouse, it ends up on your hand. And so after I would play for, you know, an hour, 2 hours or whatever, that green would end up on my hands. And it's not easy to get off either. It's not just like wash your hands and it's gone. It's on there for a day or two. So I would perpetually have green on my mouse hand, which that was not a good side effect of having the mouse. The drag pads are in decent condition. I wouldn't say great. As you can see, this one has been pretty messed up pretty well, I should say, especially the crack right there, but they still function fairly well. The mouse still rolls perfectly, and the laser's in just fine condition. All the buttons work. I've had a couple complaints from people on my old video, which I'll link as a reply, or I suppose I'll put this as a reply to that video. But I've had some complaints that the buttons stop working, some of these and then the ones on the side. And one of my buddies that has this mouse as well said that some of his buttons have stopped working. Mine haven't. I use this mouse I used it only for WoW, and I think he used it for a couple other video games, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's just more frequent use causes more dysfunction, I guess. Scrolling works just fine. So the aging effects of this mouse, I would say, are mostly cosmetic and not necessarily don't necessarily affect function. But yeah, that's about all I have. Green hand, messed up drag pads, possible screwed up buttons. These all work though. That's all I got. See you guys later.